Okay, on to the next track in the Sonia Soundscape series, man. By Sonia Carlisle. It's been absolutely beautiful so far. All the songs you've given me so far have absolutely been beautiful. I've really enjoyed listening to all of them, right? And for some odd reason, it's actually kept me very much at peace. I'm being very calm today. Very calm today. And I need to be calm today because I feel like crap. Right, like absolute crap. But the music is making it all better, right? This one is Kim Feel, again, another artist I've never heard of. Hope to God that there is some CCs over here. This is called Road. The song's called Road. So for those of you who want to know more about the custom series, I'm leaving the link down in the pinned comment. You can click on that and go take a look. But let's get straight at this song. Let's go. Straight into this song. This almost feels too loud now. Let's go.
내가 가는 이 길이 어디로 가는지 어디로 날 데려가는지 그곳은 어딘지 알 수 없지만 오늘도 난 걸어가고 있네 사람들은 길이 다 정해져 있는지 자기가 자신의 길을 만들어가
Are roads made to advance us or can we make our own? I don't know. Both can be true. You can chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. Two things can be true at once.
알 수 없지만 이렇게 또 걸어가고 있네 나는 왜 이 길에 서 있나 이게 정말 나의 길인가 이 길에
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know if that's the road you want to take? Right? Isn't that part of the journey? Isn't that what makes life so beautiful? Do you really want to know the answer, or do you want to really live the question? Do you want to live in the question? Do you want to live in the road? Or do you want to just arrive at your destination right now and that's that? That's it, right? Is the journey not the most beautiful part of that road? Right? So some questions can be asked, but don't need to be delved into too deeply. Right? The road is the journey is beautiful. And it's good to ask. It's good to ask, like, where does this lead? Because the only time you ever ask these questions is because you kind of feel like it's only when you feel that you're on the wrong road do you ask about the road that you're on. But you're always on the right road. At that particular point in your life, you're always on the right road. You might feel like it's not the right road. All right? The road might diverge with another road and you'll take another road. But the road you traveled taught you something. That journey taught you something. You're always on the right road, right? And it's many networks. You're going to go from one road to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Like I said, your journey to your star is not a straight line, man. It's going to be jagged. You're going to miss that star by miles. It's like, there's the star. Cool, I'm going. And before you know it, it's like, shit, I'm all the way down there. Like, wait a second. I thought this was a straight line. You're going to zigzag all the way until you calibrate and you refine and you calibrate and you learn. And then all of a sudden, that jagged road, that zigzag starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And all of a sudden, your journey to your star just seems a lot easier, even though it still is windy, but it's not so vast, right? That is life. That is life. Let's go. Beautiful sets as well. Loving the piano.
무엇이 정말 내게 기쁨을 주는지 돈인지 명인지 사랑하는 사람들인지
The latter. What brings me real happiness? What brings me real happiness? Is it money? Is it honor? Is it the ones I love? This hyper-focus of happiness is actually very incorrect, right? If you hyper-focus on the idea of being happy is a byproduct of your existence, a byproduct of your responsibilities. It's a byproduct of your environment at the end of the day, right? If you are disciplined and you are responsible and you are moral, right, and you stick to your virtues and you stick to your standards, right, and you have a belief structure and you love the ones around you, happiness just is. It's not something you chase, right? If you always chase happiness and you've got this hyper focus on happiness and it's like, oh, I need to do everything that makes me happy, what you're gonna attain is you're gonna attain cheap happinesses. It's all cheap happinesses. Nothing means nothing. There's no substance to it, right? This hyper focus on happiness is it's so depleting, right? Because if you hyper focus on happiness all of the time, I need happiness. What makes me happy? What makes me happy? I want to be happy. All of that kind of thing. That focus on happiness, right, is going to put you in a position that when misery comes around, which comes around many times in life, you won't be able to handle it. You'll be forever miserable, right? Happiness shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be responsibility. Your focus should be discipline. Your focus should be love for the people around you. And before you know it, if you've got all of that, fundamentally, you'll just be happy. You just are in a state of happiness when all of those things are attained. I mean, anyway, let's go on.
진명인지 사랑하는 사람들인지 알고 싶지만 아직도 답을 내릴 수 없는
You don't need it. You don't need the answer.
자신에게 날 길이라고 말하고 싶고 그렇게 믿고 돌아보지 않고 후회도 하지 않고 걷고 싶지만 아직도 나는 자신이 없네. 나는 왜 이 길에 서 있나 이게 정말 나의 길인가 이 길의 끝에서 내 꿈은 이루어질까 나는 무엇을 꿈꾸는가 그건 누굴 위한 꿈인가 그 꿈은
It's a good question to ask. Who are your dreams for? I mean, are you attaining this for yourself? Are you attaining it for your family? Are you attaining it? There's many different facets to this, right? So it's worth defining what your dream is, sure. And one road isn't going to lead to your dreams, unfortunately. Your road to your dreams is not only not going to be a straight road, it's going to be windy, it's going to have potholes, it's going to have ditches, it's going to have broken bridges, it's going to have hills, it's going to have mountains, it's going to have boulders, it's just getting to your dream is going to have some of its many different obstacles, right? And you might not get to the full entirety of your dream, right? But the fact that you chased it will be worth more than the end result, right? It will be worth more to you and more to your character than the end result.
이러면 난 웃을 수 있을까?
Quite possibly.
지금 내가 어디로 가는 걸까? 난 무엇을 위해 살아야만 하는
Although these questions are very doubtful, I like the fact that he's asking all of these questions because it is something that you should, at some point in your life, sit down and look at the harsh reality of your life and actually ask these questions. What am I doing? Where's this taking me? Is this my life? Is this all I have? Is this all I can give? You know what I mean? There's nothing better that I can give? Can I not do better? Can I not? That kind of thing. Very introspective. So I like the fact that he's doing that because at some point you should be having this conversation with yourself. Everyone should have this conversation with themselves, right? If they want to advance and actually achieve or attain anything, they need to look at the harsh reality and stop being delusional and look at the truth of their existence and be like, okay, let me stop being in denial and let me actually tackle the real questions. And what do I need to do? What do I need to change? Look within yourself and look at all those dark little demons that are sitting in there and deal with that first. And then your road will lighten up a hell of a lot more. Let's go. From Forest Hillar? Or Forest Hillar of BTS? I don't know. Once I fulfill it, maybe you will. Maybe you won't. And that's okay. Beautiful. Loved the instrumentation. Loved his voice. Beautiful, man. Love that performance. I love the instrumentation on that. I loved his voice. I loved the questions. It's really cool because it actually opens it up. Those questions are meant to be asked. And it opens up your mind a little bit and you think to yourself, because it's actually quite relevant to yourself. Like, you'll take relevance out of that and you'll be like, okay, wait a second. Maybe I should introspect on this. It's a good question. It's a good point. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I should take a little bit of time and think about that for myself, essentially. So I love music like this, man. Absolutely loved it. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.